key element that all choral directors have to work with on a regular basis is that of programming. So I'd like to offer 3 tips on how I program and how I like to think about programming. The first tip I have is that we all work within a context, so programming needs to be contextual. We hear a lot of universals or big statements about what we should do and what is correct or what is perhaps politically correct, but really we work in neighborhoods and we work in school districts and we work in cities where our audiences have come to know us and we've come to know them. So you have to keep the context in which you perform in mind when you're pulling together the works for a program. The second tip I like to think of is one of interest, and that is keeping the music interesting to my singers and my performers over a long period of time. I try to vary the programs so that I'm offering really what becomes a balance over the years. And I do that by keeping good records and charting what I've done from season to season. I look at the whole season coming up and I say to myself, am I giving a nice balance to my singers and then hopefully, of course, to our audience as well. The third tip that I have about programming is not only about context, but also about how the program relates to my audience. I think our programming has to be relevant. So whether we're doing historical works from the classic canon or a piece that we've commissioned very recently, we have to think about how our music relates to those that are going to hear it and program with that in mind to make it relevant to the contemporary audience. And speaking to this topic of relevance, we are going to be sponsoring with the North Dakota State University School of Music a symposium called Relevance this coming October. This will be our 3rd NDSU ACDA Choral Symposium, in which we're creating programming that offers and fosters connections between singers, audience, and community with the purpose of exploring issues of social significance. Our keynote address and speaker is the Grammy Award-winning conductor Craig Hella-Johnson, and we'll be featuring his choir Conspirare, the Grammy Award-winning and internationally recognized choral ensemble. Thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing to Sharp Notes. Let us hear from you.